Leaders from Arab nations and international organizations have gathered in Egypt today for a summit on Gaza's reconstruction. Their aim is to counter Donald Trump's plan to, quote, take over Gaza and resettle Palestinians in neighboring countries. Arab leaders are calling on the international community for support. In his opening address, summit host and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said his government's proposal meant Palestinians would, quote, remain on their land and the territory would be run by a committee of Palestinian technocrats. For more, let's bring in Karim El-Gawari. He's a journalist based in Cairo. Karim, good to see you. What more can you tell us about the plan the Egyptian president has proposed for Gaza?
Well, it's a paper that's circulating since yesterday evening, and it's said that this is the Egyptian proposal for the summit. This is not yet officially confirmed by the Egyptian side, but in the paper, of course, it's about the reconstruction of Gaza and all the technical issues. But for the first time, it's also addressing the political issue of what's going to happen with Hamas. The idea or the aim of this proposal, it seems, is to sideline Hamas from the administration, from the security affairs in the Gaza Strip. Instead of that, a communal committee should take over with prominent Palestinian families and even former members of the Palestinian Authority. But the whole thing should be also supervised by not only Arab states, but also other Islamic states and the EU, the US and the UK. So that is the idea that is floated here. And we have to see if that's truly the idea. We will know in a few hours when the summit is concluding.
How aligned are the other Arab states present on this path forward for Gaza that Egypt is proposing?
Well, I mean, first, I mean, there was a summit before, an informal summit in the end of February, on the 22nd of February, in the Saudi capital, Riyadh, of course, with the Saudis, the Egyptians, the Jordanians, the Emiratis, and the Qataris. And they seem to have cooperated in order to formulate this latest proposals. We don't know how other Arab states are reacting to this. I hear, for example, some dissenting noise, for example, from Algeria, but we have to see. And of course, the big unknown factor is the one that is not in the summit, because sidelining Hamas, the question is, how is Hamas reacting to that? They already said before that they are ready to give up some of their power to other Palestinian factions if need be, but being totally sidelined by another committee that is then supervised even by Western states. We don't know what Hamas is going to say about this. One first reaction to this paper was one Hamas official saying the day after in Gaza can be only determined by the Palestinians.
And Israel and Hamas find themselves at an impasse right now over the future of the fragile ceasefire in Gaza. Is this the right time to talk about Gaza's reconstruction?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, it's like, is it worth the paper written on if we don't know if maybe possibly the war will continue? And then it makes no sense to even talk about the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. As we know, there should be actually already a second phase now that should have started right now. But Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, refuses to start the second phase because in the second phase, he has to withdraw the Israeli troops and he has to commit to a permanent ceasefire. And that would be really the condition. Maybe this Arab proposal is also a test balloon in order for Netanyahu to move into the second phase if he knows that there are proposals to sideline Hamas.
Yeah, that was Karim El-Gawari, journalist in Cairo. Thank you.